It sounds like he could have been talking about the people who were gathered there, who were drowning out the voice of the people who had.
And if you're anything like me, then the next 5 minutes or so, listening to these characters here on screen talk is going to hurt your brain. But I need you to understand what I'm going to show here. So I'm not going to do much talking. I'm just going to pause it and mention a few things, keeping in mind that the people on screen are nothing but actors.
This is all very odd to me. So help me understand this, Amanda, because it seems like President Trump is the only one who's worried about his legacy and his future tonight.
I want you to watch her blink rate. I want you to watch all of their blink rate.
Yeah, I mean, Hawley's trying to rewrite history here and saying he wasn't bowing down to the mob.
Right, so while she's talking, you'll notice he can't stop blinking. Just flat out.
He was doing their bidding. He was their guy in the Senate. But, I am all for the scrutiny that Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz are going to get for objecting. But I want a greater role on the Senate. Number one, all these people that told us to vote for Donald Trump twice, I want to know, are you sorry for what happened? But when it comes to the Senate, do not overlook what happened.
Actually, we're not going to watch the entire 5 minutes of this. So I'm going to fast forward it now. So you'll notice when she's speaking, he can't stop blinking. Now we're going to watch when he's speaking. You're going to see the same thing going on with her.
After the riot, as a matter of principle, right? But he knows the fraud allegations are a lie. Trump lost 60.
So notice now that Don's speaking, they're both blinking. Just non-stop.
Court cases, Scott. Why can't he just admit to making a mistake and that had terrible consequences for our country?
Right, now he's about to speak, and watch her blink rate go into overdrive.
Are you suggesting that in our modern politics, Don, that anybody ever admits a mistake, that they had bad judgment? I mean, for him to do that would be a novel item, and I agree with you that it would be the right thing to do. I mean, look, as I said the other night to you,
but
it
Scott,
is stunning to me that after the Capitol was...
Don't you? Okay, you're about to say what I'm saying. After what happened on Wednesday, this is just, yeah, go on, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, everybody had a perfect chance to get right, with the...
Do you see what I mean by her blink rate goes into overdrive? We'll just fast forward this here.
Sit here on a day-by-day basis and apologize for having principles and values and supporting a party, but have an inability to react to circumstances as they occur. And I have reacted to the circumstances that they have occurred since last week.
Yeah, Scott, listen, I know you are a good person. You're a family guy. But I think the tribalism is a precursor for the brain rot that paves the way for QAnon. Because once you say, I'm going to support the party nominee no matter what, hey, guess what? You live in a red district. Guess what? Marjorie Taylor Greene, Miss QAnon for Congress, is now your nominee when you'll vote for anybody, the red team, no matter what. And that's how we got here.
Yeah, anyway, basically what went down in this interview was you had three actors on screen. Don Lemon, obviously openly allied with the left, and you've got two figures that are linked with conservatives. And this interview is done in conjunction with the supposed impeachment of Donald Trump. Alright, so she's trying to shame him. basically. And but she's not really, because it's all an act. Alright, because it's to get people at home watching this, the same people that I mentioned at the start of this video that just don't get it, it's basically to get them into the mindset of guilt shaming sections of the conservative community, so sections of the right. And it all goes back to what I'm saying about how it's all theatre, and it's about shaming Trump supporters who still didn't realise after 4 years that they were being trolled by Trump and the left. Right, shaming them in order to fit the narrative that they're going to go through with over the coming months. And think about all the stuff that was bandied around by the Q team and all their followers in the last few weeks. No matter what happened, they always had some sort of conspiracy that they put out. Like even with the Capitol building being stormed last week, they had the theory that the reason it was stormed was because they went in and took Nancy Pelosi's laptop and all sorts of garbage. Well, as you can see, as of today, Trump's not coming back, and these QAnon followers have been trolled in one of the most epic psyops imaginable. And if you ask me, I'm not going to say that they've got a lot of apologies to hand out, but the amount of harassment and just unsavory activities that they were involved in online, especially on YouTube, over the last few years, and guilt shaming that went along with not buying into their program, that's unacceptable, if you ask me. And they're probably now going to realise in the coming weeks just how hard they got trolled. But they're still not going to be able to see that these characters are all fake and it's all theatre. And think about what I just showed you guys in terms of the blink rate that's going on here, and ask yourself, is that normal? Are you dealing with real humans? I don't say that in a manner to discriminate, but you've got characters on screen who are lying to you via acting, and you can notice anomalies on them, and you need to be able to educate yourself in order to see it, so that you don't end up like a QAnon follower in any future psyops that they have over the next decade or more.